Hey folks, Rachana Ranade here and I welcome you all to a very interesting video which is about how to trail your stop losses. And very important question I'm going to tell you, the answer to the question that I'm going to tell you is whether I'm going to exit some stock. But to get the answer, you'll have to watch the video till the end. Okay. If you're here for any tip, please don't expect that. It's going to be full of knowledge. Whenever I want to exit any stock, on what basis do I take a call of exiting or not to exit, of hitting the stop loss or trailing the stop loss or whatever. I'm going to tell all the things that I follow when I take a position in any stock. Okay, that's what we are going to learn in today's video. Now, this is again a shoot and release video. So if I fumble upon something, you know the drill, you have to check the pinned comments. You might be like, Rachana, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing so many shoot and release videos? The thing is that I've been shooting so much these days. Yesterday I was in Mumbai, today I'm in Pune, but tomorrow I'm going to go to Goa, not to enjoy, to attend a conference. Okay, so the number of days that I am in Pune is pretty less. So again, you know, shooting that, then again that video goes for edit and it takes a lot of time. So I'm just using my teaching skills to the core, and I can, you know, I can do that 15 minutes long videos, 20 minutes. I can teach only also for 1.5 hours, should not be a problem at all. Okay, but I won't bore you for like 1.5 hours. We'll keep it short. We'll keep it somewhere to 10 to 15 minutes today's video. But I'm sure by the end of the video, you will get to learn a lot of things. Okay. So first things first, we have to understand that whenever you want to quit any position, whenever you want to decide whether I should exit this stock or not, how do you do that? So I'm going to tell you first and foremost thought process which anyone has to follow. And the thought process is, first you have to check, why did you enter the stock? With the purpose of investment or only with the purpose of trading? Okay, I'm going to take the example of Zomato and I'm going to tell you how can a person decide whether to exit or to book the losses or to trail the stop losses or not. So the example is going to be of Zomato, but first things first, let's understand how to decide. For that, let me take myself as an example. So if I have entered this stock from an investment perspective, am I going to look at trading view and charts and this, that? No. What will I do? If I'm an investor, what I'm going to do, I'm look at the quarterly results. I'll check the investor presentations. I'll check the con call transcripts, and based on that, I will decide whether I want to hold on to the stock or whether I want to quit the position. Now, let's say that the quarterly results are very weak. Okay. Just because one quarterly result was weak, am I going to immediately quit this stock? Answer is obviously no. But let's say back to back 2 quarters, 3 quarters, the results are not that great. That can be a time when I may decide to quit that stock. Okay. Now, what is the logic behind it? Let's take a parallel example. Assume that there is a small kid and in one of the exam, the kid doesn't perform well. Okay. Am I going to declare that this kid is, I should not say this, but example chal raha hai, this kid is dumb only and this, that? No, I'm not going to say that. It was just one bad day for that kid. It was just one bad exam for that kid. Okay. But you can imagine 2 exams, 3 exams, 4 exams back to back, this kid is not performing, and then I'll say that something somewhere is going wrong. Maybe the focus is not there. Maybe the style of, you know, that student studying, something somewhere is going fundamentally wrong. And unless and until it comes, I mean, those fundamentals come back on track, unless and until the kid again comes back on track, I won't bet on the kid's performance. Same logic I will apply for fundamental analysis. Okay. Now, just in case if you are wanting to check how to do that, I'm sure everyone knows. So, for example, I've taken screener as an example. 1 minute, I think the screen moved. I don't know what happened. Okay, I'll just close this and I'll open screener again. Okay. Chalo. So here I will go and search Zomato. Now what I do is I go to the document section. Okay. And in the document section, you can see transcripts, notes, PPT, whatever. Okay. Right now, what I'm going to tell you is based on Q1. Now, Q2 results will be announced in this month or max to max next month before the first 15 days. Okay. So that is the time when you will have to check certain things. Now, you have to check what new things has the company done. I'm sure everyone knows about the Blinkit story and how they are trying to build on this Blinkit story. Quick commerce is something which is really increasing at a fast pace. I'm sure you also have understood about one more category of theirs wherein they are talking about this district app by Zomato, which is about exploring going out options, all these events and this, that, right? So now again, coming to our discussion, I'm sure everyone will agree with me that revenue is important, agreed, but what is also equally important is EBITDA and profitability. Now, if you know this, management had very clearly mentioned that by Q1 FY25, ideally we should be profitable in quick commerce business. Now, will I say, array, still they are in loss, 3 crores loss, rubbish, I'm going to book losses, or I'm going to book my profits and just going to quit this stock? Am I going to do that? Answer is no. Just because they missed one of the parameters in one of the quarters, I will not declare that the company is bad. Okay, but now instead of -3, had it gone back to -89, something like that, then one of the areas where the management itself is very bullish on, and if they are not able to perform in terms of numbers, I may wait for a quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters maybe, and then I may say, acha tata, bye bye. Okay, in one of the Q&As, very nicely the management has given here. Last time you mentioned the plan to get to 1,000 stores by March 2025. What can this number scale to eventually? And I love the answer. Albinder says that if everything goes as planned, into bracket, which usually doesn't. In that case, we plan to go to 2,000 stores latest by end of 2026 while remaining profitable. Out of this entire sentence, what will I say? If they are not able to go to 2,000 stores, and if they if they are able to achieve 1,800, 1,900, I'm okay. But what is the management saying? Remaining profitable, I want that. If they are not able to do that, 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters back to back, I'm going to say bye bye. As of now, whatever they have mentioned, they are at least getting very close to it. So, till now, if I'm talking about only fundamental analysis perspective, good enough, they are pretty much on track. Okay. So, if I were an investor in this stock, ideally right now, I don't see their quarterly results coming bad, and that is the reason why question of exiting ideally should not have arisen. Okay. Now, if I were a trader, okay, if I were a trader, then what? Then let me take an example. Assume that we first go to, I'll remove all the drawings first so that you can understand some basic points. I'll first go to the weekly candle, right? Now, if I were to go to the weekly candle, and if I were to understand, let's say some person observed a rounding bottom formation here, okay, and I've drawn a line here, sorry, here let us say, okay. So, this is a rounding bottom formation, and ideally the person understands that, okay, I have learnt what is the rounding bottom formation pattern in Rachana's courses. If you are still not aware, that's our website, rachanaranade.com. These are all our courses. If you go to the intermediate category, you will see technical analysis course as well, and in technical analysis course, a lot of details about, so many pointers have been discussed. You can definitely check that out, be it technical analysis, fundamental analysis, so many courses we have on our website. And if you want to get some extra discount, then the coupon code that we are currently running is Navratri. Okay, so if you are planning to enroll for any of our courses, don't forget to use this coupon code Navratri. Okay, chalo. So going back to our discussion, you learnt my technical analysis course, you have understood what is this rounding bottom formation, you know how to calculate the target based on this pattern, and assume that as per your target, this was the ultimate target. Okay. Now the thing is that it could be 1x of the target, it could be 2x of the target, whatever. Now question is, should that person immediately book losses at this level, yes or no? That is the question. Now for that, ideally a person should trail the stop losses. Rather than hitting the highest point, you should ensure that you are able to go as high as possible. Means what? Let's take an example. Assume I'm on the daily time, so I'm going back to the daily time frame, okay, and on the weekly time frame, assume that I had observed that rounding bottom, and then I thought that on the auspicious day of 26th June, I will enter this stock, is what I had taken as an example. Okay, what is so auspicious about 26th June? It's my birthday, nothing else. Okay, so assume on 26th June, I had entered this stock, which I have not, but this is an example. Okay, now what could be my stop loss level? Ideally, the previous swing low is considered as one of the stop losses, okay, but which is this day? This is 4th June, election day, and everyone knows that election results day, it was a wide move, and that is the reason why, of course, you should ignore such days. So this could be one more swing low which could be considered, and that is the reason why assume that I take this as my trailing stop, as my stop loss now. Okay, now what does this mean? It means that I took a position here. Had it gone here, instead of going up, I would have booked my losses. But the stock did not go down. In fact, the stock went up till here and it came down here again. Okay, so assume that I say, acha, fair enough. Now I will keep this swing low or this swing low chalo as my new stop loss level. Okay, so I will just remove this original level. Now this is my new stop loss level. So in simple words, had it gone up and come down here, I would have booked some losses. Okay, but it did not happen. It went up straight, and now this is the immediate previous swing low. So I'll place my stop loss here. I'll remove this stop loss. So you can imagine a stop loss which started at 180 now has come up till already 240 plus levels. But it did not come back. It went up. It came here. So this is my new swing low, and I'm going to delete this. So my new swing low is 270-ish. Okay, now what has happened today? As I'm shooting the video, which is the 3rd, this level has been broken on a closing basis. But the problem today is that today the markets have gone down by almost 550 points. If you remember, I told you that on 4th June, I would not have considered that candle. Why? Because when some event has happened, when the overall sentiment has gone crazily bad, there could be high volatility. And that is the reason why today I should be ignoring the candle because of the Israel-Iran war. Everyone may get a feeling that, okay, something could go wrong, and that is the reason why there was some panic in the market, some profit booking in the market. So ideally, I should wait till what happens tomorrow. Now assume that tomorrow also I get a very big red candle. In such a case, one person could consider booking a partial loss. Is this a recommendation? 100% not. I am telling you what could be a thesis, what could be a hypothesis one can build while trailing stop loss, while booking losses, while booking profits, whatever is the case. Okay. So possibility 1, partial loss could be booked here, or in our case it's not a loss also, it's a trailing stop loss, so it's actually a profit. Okay, in my example. Second possibility, a person can say, let me also look out for one more confirmation candle. So I'm going to ignore this candle. Let's say the second one was also in the red. That person could wait for another confirmation candle and then decide. Possibility 2. Possibility number 3, a person can say, at confirmation candle, why partial? I'll exit position fully. This is also possible. Okay. And possibility number 4, the person can say, technically it is looking a little bit weak. Okay. But anyways, I am not a trader, I am an investor. So I am going to wait for the next quarterly results. Correct? So there could be multiple options that a person can look out for. So today the whole thought process of the video was that what should a person do? Should a person exit by taking a hasty decision, or should stay calm and quiet and then take the decision very rationally? So my question, am I going to exit Zomato? First of all, do I hold Zomato or not? And if you have been watching my Thursday live streams, you already know the answer. If you don't know about this, every Thursday at 9:30 p.m. I conduct a live stream. So just in case if you don't yet follow them, don't forget to tune in every Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Okay. So if you have been watching those live streams, you already know that whether Zomato is there in my portfolio or not. Number 2, then you have to guess. If I have invested in this stock based on purely investing decision, then I will obviously wait for the next quarterly result. I will not take any decision hastily. Number 3, if I am a trader, still today's candle, as I shoot the video, 3rd, that is not to be given importance. What happens tomorrow? What about the confirmation candle? All these things will be taken into consideration. Partial exit, full exit, so many things will be taken into consideration, and then a decision will be taken. Today, my whole thought process of making this video was to help you take a decision based on your own thought process. In Marathi we say, ऐकावे जनाचे, करावे मनाचे. What does it mean? Listen to the thoughts of a lot of people. After listening to many people, try and build in your own analogy, and based on your own analogy, take a final decision. Okay. So I hope I was one of the contributors to so many thought processes that you are going to digest, and I hope this video helps you in some way to build your own hypothesis as well. I hope you loved the video. If you did, please don't forget to smash the like button. Please share this video with your friends. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye-bye.